everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are here to talk about Travel Wisconsin's co-op marketing program, kind of a collaborative approach, right? So we really strive to have that collaborative marketing and PR opportunities for our industry. This collaboration really allows you to try new tactics in a guided manner with less risk than doing it on your own. The Travel Wisconsin co-op program reaches across a variety of platforms, utilizing both own channels and partnerships. And in this session, we're going to break down those opportunities, the benefits for both you and us having this collaborative approach to co-op, and also kind of show you all what opportunities are out there for your business or destination. So my name is Emily Renz. I'm a senior marketing specialist with Travel Wisconsin, and I oversee the strategy and program development for the marketing co-op program. And then joining me today is Amanda Weibel, our communications officer, who oversees the strategy and program development for the PR co-op program. We're really excited to be here with you today and talk through our co-op program and why it's a perfect collaboration.
Thanks for kicking things off, Emily. As she said, I'm Amanda Weibel, and we definitely want to get some conversation going in the chat. So drop in some questions, add some comments, but we thought before we really jump into explaining the program, we want to take a quick poll. We want to see what questions you have, how much do you know about our co-op today, and what are your priorities and goals so that we can continue to make awesome offerings that best fit everyone's needs. So let's jump into our first poll question. All right, looks like we're seeing some answers come in. Thanks everyone for participating. Looks like we've got a good group of people who have participated. It's so great to see, and awesome to see that we've got quite a few others joining the call who haven't participated yet, but that's why you're here. You're here to learn more about it and see what can help with make your goals, achieve your goals as well. Let's jump into our next question. How familiar are you? Looks like kind of middle of the road. Sounds familiar, not experts, but at least everyone has at least heard of it. So that's great. We hope that we can give you even more insights and information today. And our next question, what areas of marketing or PR do you wish that you could expand in or try? And you can pick as many as are relevant. So great to see lots of people weighing in here. All right, looks like a really good mix across the board. Lots of people interested in content marketing and influencers, as well as media relations and pitching and social media. Fantastic.
And then we've got that fourth question down there as well. Why would you be interested in participating in a co-op program? Looks like majority stretch budget further. That is great. We'll get into that benefit a little bit later, as well as testing new marketing and PR tactics, which is also a great way to use our co-op program as well. So, you might be asking yourself, what is a co-op program? One of the questions we had was how familiar were you? And a lot of people were, middle of the road. So, a co-op program can be a variety of things. But a really simplified definition is a promotion by a brand that includes a specific mention of another brand, who in turn repays that brand for all or part of the cost of the advertising. Very simple, very high level, but there's so much that goes into a co-op program, including the benefits for everyone involved. So what are those benefits? First is that shared brand promise. You've heard our team mention at shared brand promise in a few different presentations over the 4 days at WCOT. Co-op is just another space where that continues to be really important. Having that collaborative approach to our co-op program allows that shared messaging to be even stronger. The traveler is seeing our brand with a specific destination, attraction, or event, or business, and associating it as one. This increases the reach for the industry as a whole, not just for us as Travel Wisconsin or you as your individual destination, business, or attraction, but combines that to be one. The traveler associates it with us, our reach becomes higher, and hopefully then more arrivals and trips occur. It's also that cost savings. You all responded saying you wanted to stretch your budget further. Co-op programs are a great way to do that. Trying something new at a lower cost than going at it on your own. Most of our co-op programs and co-op programs in general offer a discount of some kind to participants based on the buy-in. There's also, Chicago and Minneapolis are two of the biggest out-of-state DMAs for advertising, and they're expensive to be in. And so kind of partnering together on that, having that collaborative approach to get into those markets saves money across the board, and really allows us to buy into those markets at a lower rate. Subject matter experts. So, both on the marketing and the PR side of things, we work with two really amazing agencies, Turner and Hebing, and they allow us to tap into those subject matter experts. For example, on the Turner side, they've got great relationships with a ton of media outlets. And so we're able to tap into that and reach different TV, radio, print publications through their expertise. And then on the marketing side of things, we've got people that specialize specifically in content marketing, email, social media on that side. And so we're able to tap into them and allow us to create better messaging and stronger plans based on that research and insights. Kind of expand on that, another benefit is the network. We have collaborations with creators and vendors that encourage a higher response. We work with a variety of vendors and partnerships to talk and reach to our audience in the right place at the right time. And through our collaborative co-op program, we're able to have access to this network and can tap into those relationships to really expand out on things. So you might be asking yourself, what does this look like for the Travel Wisconsin co-op? What are our goals? What's our focus? So super high level, our objective of our co-op program is to extend the reach and impact of Wisconsin tourism and industry promotion, leveraging partnerships, media buys, and own channels. And then our very high level goals, really is to increase the Wisconsin brand. It goes back to that shared brand promise that we've talked about. We also want to elevate the traveler's image of our state and our offerings, making sure that we're changing the perception, whether someone's previous perception is good or bad. We always want to make sure that we are putting Wisconsin forefront and showing what an amazing place it is for travel. We, of course, want to have that demonstrated measurable impact through ROI. We also want to collaborate with industry partners, utilizing the combined budgets and state resources. As we mentioned, it's a cost-saving opportunity to have this collaborative co-op program. And then lastly, we want to provide you all, the industry partners, the opportunity to be part of that shared state brand and messaging.
So let's dive into the PR programs. The PR co-op is actually a new addition. We've had the marketing co-op for quite a few years now, but the PR program has just been around for a little over a year, but it's something we heard loud and clear from the industry that would be a really useful benefit to share our resources and to amplify our voice in the PR space. So we were really excited to bring this on board, particularly as everyone was working through the pandemic last year, really working on stretching those budgets and making the biggest impact that we could during a really difficult time. So it was designed to have something for everyone, for all sizes, all budgets, a really great range of programs. And as Emily mentioned, we're working with our agency of record, Turner, on each of these programs. So you have access to their expertise. They're incredible partners. They're incredibly savvy. They're eager to help out and work with all of you. So we'll dig into those specific offerings next. I mentioned there's something for everyone. So there's really a scale. If you're looking for some foundational PR support, we have two great programs that fit that bill. The first one I want to mention is our small group mentorship. And the screenshot you're seeing here is from one of those mentorship programs. This was incredibly popular. We had a ton of sign up and we really wanted to keep the group small. So we ended up offering multiple sessions, but it'll be a 2-hour workshop on different topics. And the idea is you're learning from Turner. They're giving tips and tricks on different types of communications, whether it's building your strategy or crisis communications or a deep dive on influencers or pitching. And they'll provide some information and education and then have it be a working session. So for example, in our Q2 programming right now, we have a media pitching session, and there's time to actually kind of craft a pitch and practice a pitch and get some real-time feedback. So really interactive and a great opportunity if you're looking for some small group education on some of those PR basics. Another one I would mention is our press kit development. If I jump back to the foundational support, it's not shown here, but this is a totally customizable program for you. So you can work with them on whatever you want to have in your press kit. If it's around a specific campaign, if it's some more general materials, fact sheets, press releases, bios, whatever you need to help tell your story, you'll work with them and end with, final documents that you can use and share with media. So the next area I want to cover is connecting with travel writers. So we know so much changed the last year. Even though a lot fewer consumers were traveling, travel writers often didn't have places to sell their stories. They were still looking for ideas, and some travel writers were still able to continue to write and to continue to gather story ideas. So we really needed to make sure that we stayed top of mind with them. And we brought our co-op programs along. So anything that needed to shift to a virtual program, we shifted our co-op programs to be virtual too. So for example, desk sides, when normally we would go to media and have a face-to-face meeting with them so that we can talk about story ideas and get them inspired to come travel to Wisconsin. Since we couldn't go to them, we held meetings virtually. And Travel Wisconsin was one of the first to really adopt those virtual desk sides. And we saw a lot of interest. We found that media were interested in still having those conversations. The example that you'll see here is from a virtual event. So this is a program we did with the Madison team, really fun. Media received these incredible kits with all of these food and beverages for them to try and sample as we went through the event. So interactive, hands-on, giving them a taste of Wisconsin even from afar to encourage them to someday when they're able, make that trip, come visit it for themselves and already have a bunch of story ideas in mind. Another popular way to work with travel writers is through FAM tours. So while we shifted to a lot of individual FAM tours over the last year, we know there is an appetite to bring group FAM tours back. We're working with travel writers to understand their comfort level and what that will look like in the future. And so I expect that to be a popular co-op program offering when the time is right. And then lastly, I want to talk a little more about influencers. So influencers are such a great way to authentically connect with your audience. And we've heard that when people follow influencers, it's almost like having a conversation with a good friend or their neighbor. They trust the advice that they're getting. They're sharing real authentic experiences with their followers. And so while it's great for us to be talking about how amazing Wisconsin is and all the things there are to see and do and how great these destinations are, it's so valuable when you can have someone else telling people that, telling it from their voice. And so this is an example from the Dells partnership last year. And I know they're on board. They're participating in our influencer co-op again, which is fantastic to see. We have a couple other partners who have signed on too. So this is a fun way, we talked about sharing resources and expertise. One of the big questions we get about influencer programs is, how do you find them and vet them? There are so many people out there and their follower count can range drastically. And how do you know if their followers are engaged? And that's one of the great things about this co-op program is that Turner has relationships with incredible influencers who they've worked with in the past, and they have the tools to find new ones and vet them and track their progress too. So they really help with that legwork that can be a huge burden to just starting a program like this. And then they'll totally customize the program to meet your goals too. So it might be a mix of influencers that you're paying to come in to have these experiences and post who have a little larger following. Maybe it's mixed with some who have a smaller following and they're willing to post for trade. If you're interested in someone who has a more family focused audience, or couples, or traveling with friends, adult travel, or maybe you're looking for outdoor adventure, whatever the specific category is, Turner can help find the right influencers to meet those needs and put together a great program. So that's what we have from the PR side. I'll turn it back to Emily to talk about the marketing programs.
Thanks, Amanda. We've been offering marketing co-op programs for years and have always strived to really tweak the program and make the program better for the industry. And a few years ago, we actually did a survey to the industry to learn more about, what's working, what's not working in the co-op program, what are opportunities that you all might be interested in. So if you participated in that, thank you very much. It was super insightful for us. It's really helped us develop a variety of opportunities for both this year, as well as looking out into the future. So I'm going to kind of really hone in on our own channels today, but we have a lot of different marketing co-op programs available. So one of the first ones in our own space is social media, specifically our Facebook page. We've got over 500,000 followers on our Facebook page. We have a very engaged audience, very interested in, traveling to the state of Wisconsin, what we have to offer in that space. And so through our Travel Wisconsin social media program, we're able to promote your destination through a paid partnership. It really allows you all to buy into, a monthly Facebook ad and content and gain that valuable exposure utilizing our brand to that audience. Typically, these ads from an impression standpoint range anywhere from about 20,000 to 40,000 impressions. And our click-through rate is about 1.3%. Which is above the industry average of 0.8% when it comes to Facebook ads. We also like to make sure that we are targeting the right people for you. So as I mentioned, in the social space, we've got a really engaged and large following. So what we do within these ads is we create a lookalike audience to that Travel Wisconsin Facebook audience. It really allows us to make sure that those ads are being placed in front of a high quality, engaged audience that's really interested in Wisconsin destinations and attractions. This is a program that we have offered for a number of years. The tweaks that we've made has really been in the targeting and budgeting standpoint to make sure that the dollars that you're investing in this space are going further and getting you more. We currently still have some openings available in fall and winter of 21. So definitely check out the industry website to see what openings we still have available there. Another thing for us in the own space is the traveler email. We've got an awesome subscriber list, very similar to social media, where it's a very engaged audience. And this goes out twice a month to that subscriber list. On average, we're seeing about 15% open rate and anywhere from 7 to 9% click-through rate from the email as a whole. Like I said, very, very engaged audience here. What's great about this is this really allows you to spotlight your destination. You're kind of seeing an example of an email, and at that very top section, Destination Spotlight is where those co-op partners go. So it's directly underneath the header. It's in a very high traffic area from an email standpoint where people are going to click through. And it really allows you all to spotlight and showcase your destination, attraction, or event through photo, text, and linking to a landing page on your website. We have about 6 spots available per deployment. And there are still openings within the Traveler for fall and winter of 21 as well. And then the last program I'm going to talk about within our own space is content marketing. So, in that poll we asked earlier, as well as in that survey we conducted about two years ago, content marketing was a big ask from the industry. And so we really talked with our internal team as well as our agency of record, and we're like, all right, how can we accomplish this? Get the most out of it for you all, the industry. And so we were super excited to have this available for the first time this year. There's 2 different programs that we've got in this space. One is a custom email. that really prominently features, your destination with an email sent to a customized list. How we've gathered our emails in the past and currently gather emails is by topic. We ask the traveler what type of content they are interested in, and then we're able to build out this customized list to send this email to. So we'll build it out based off of a topic with imagery and copy. What's awesome though about both of these programs is it includes a photo shoot. So, we're traveling to the destination and gathering photos that align with that email and that topic. And then the partner gets 15 photos after the fact. So not only do we get the custom email and the article, but then receiving 15 photos to be able to utilize to promote your destination after the fact as well. We currently do have one spot remaining within the space for this upcoming November. The topic is lodging. So if you're interested in that one last custom email spot, please reach out to us as that will close May 20th. Our other space in the content marketing is that sponsored articles. Really allows you all, the industry, to tell that unique and compelling story through the Travel Wisconsin brand. We've got over 800 articles on the website. They have a lot of traffic coming through them through our different promotions, whether that's email, social media, native. We have a lot of great content that is super inspirational for our travelers. And so the industry, is then able to tap into that kind of database of articles that people are already coming to our site to look at. It's an exclusive article inspiring travelers to visit your destination with original content. This also includes that professional photography package. So, we're going to come to your destination, we're going to shoot photography specifically for this article, and then you're going to receive the 15 images after the fact. We're also planning to send a writer to the destination, have them truly experience that topic and that information. You can only get so much through a phone call or emails. And so actually getting to have a writer there in person, similar to how the PR team has done travel writers in the past, really get a great in-depth article on your destination. And then the article is, of course, promoted through our traveler email, as well as a Facebook ad. Now, this program is sold out for this year. However, we are looking to bring it back for 2022 and kind of looking to see if there's any other tweaks that we can make, possibly expanding it. But is a pilot program this year. We're super excited to have it and looking to continue to expand and grow it in the coming years as well. So as we've mentioned kind of a couple different times, this is truly a collaborative program. And so we're always looking for new ways and opportunities to be available for the co-op program. And so we want to hear from you. What kind of co-op programs are you interested in? So we've got this secondary poll here. We'll get this launched up. So our first question here is, what co-op buy-in level would be feasible for your organization or business? We know there's a variety of sizes of DMOs, businesses, attractions out there. And so we want to make sure that we're building programs that really fit the needs of the variety. Got some answers coming in here. So it looks like the majority of you on today have that under $500, per co-op opportunity, but then some higher ranges as well. Right now our programs really do range actually from within that 500 to 10,000 plus. And we'll continue to strive to find opportunities where there are cost saving opportunities. We, of course, and as I said, want to know what type of programs are you guys interested in? So, what type of marketing programs would you be interested in participating in? Feel free to select multiple here. We've got the opportunity to set up a variety of programs moving forward. Got some good responses coming in here. Content marketing still high up on that list, which is great to hear. Content is king, as I'm sure we've heard at a variety of places. Social media and then digital are also popping up. And then, of course, for our PR team, they're also looking to expand and kind of see what you all are interested in. So, what type of PR programs are you interested in participating in? small group mentorship, Amanda, popping up. That is a great opportunity for the industry to be able to tap into the expertise and network that Turner has.
Agree. Great to see continued interest there. And looks like a pretty even split. Lots of interest in fam tours, influencers, press kit development too. So wonderful. I did want to mention for anyone who's really interested in a deep dive on influencers, we did do a breakout session with an influencer panel in the last WIGCOT as well. So watch for the links coming out to be able to review all the past sessions. And I would definitely recommend checking that segment out if you're interested in just learning more in general about how to work with influencers.
And if you didn't see a program here that we listed in marketing and PR, let us know if there's an opportunity out there that you think would be beneficial to the industry. We're always looking for new ideas to collaborate and expand that reach and conversation. Feel free to throw them in now to the discussion forum or reach out to us after the fact as well. Thank you for joining us today. We've left some time at the end if there are any questions or comments. We hope you learned some things about what a co-op program is, what some of those benefits are, but then also what are some of the awesome opportunities that we currently have available. We still have some things available for the remainder of this year, so definitely check out our industry website, industry.travelwisconsin.com. And then if you're interested, like I said, have questions, please follow up with us. Ask some questions now that we've left at the end. And then we are currently just starting to plan for that 2022 co-op program, as crazy as that sounds. So the hope right now is to launch the all-encompassing co-op program with both marketing and PR in fall of 21.
Great. Well, keep the questions coming. I'm going to toss out a couple of the ones that we've seen so far. So Emily, I think you can answer this one. How far ahead can I book a custom email or sponsored article?
Yeah, so that's all available at the start of when the program launches. So as I mentioned, the only one that we have currently available is the November custom email. That all launched back in, I want to say end of November, beginning of December of 2020. And those did sell out pretty quickly. So definitely mark your calendars, fall of 21. We'll try to give you a more specific date as we get closer. And if that's something you're interested in, definitely recommend signing up as soon as you can.
Thanks for the question. Another question, any opportunity with Arrivalist for location data, discovering where our attraction visitors are from?
Perfect. So glad you asked. That's a new program we had this year as well, was through Arrivalist. We were able to sign up 10 partner spots that we had to get a quarterly report as well as a custom dashboard to be able to pull in some of that more specific information for destinations. Currently with our Arrivalist program, that is just available to DMOs, as that's the level of data that we have approval from Arrivalist on to be able to provide out to the industry. However, we are looking at more ways to provide research and data to the industry, not just at the DMO level, but in those businesses and attraction level as well. Thank you very much for that question. I'm a huge data nerd, so anybody wants to geek out on the data stuff, I'm here for it.
Definitely take advantage of that. Emily will be very insightful and certainly help connect to those answers. So it's always helpful to talk with Emily when you've got data questions.
I'm not seeing the other ones that came through, but I know, Amanda, are there any specific questions that you get a lot in the PR space for co-op?
Yeah, I would say one of the questions is about thinking about the influencer program, like how many influencers do we bring in based on this program? So the way the program is currently set up, it's designed to bring in 5 influencers. And like I said, it's a mix of paid and earned. So the follower count will be different for each of those. They might have a different specialty. So maybe one of them is really strong on Instagram. One of them does great video work. One of them has an amazing blog. We can do a mix kind of in that way too. But typically looking to bring in 5 influencers for that program.
Looks like we've got a couple more questions that came in here. Range of cost for the co-op program with Arrivalist for DMOs. So we offer that program at $5,000. And like I mentioned, you're going to get a quarterly report for the entire year, as well as some insights and analysis and dashboard from Heebing, our agency of record that pulls all of that data out of Arrivalist. So currently that program is at $5,000 for this year, and that happens to be sold out currently, but we're definitely looking to see how we can expand that in the future. And then a couple more questions I'm seeing here. When will the 2022 program be available? So that'll be fall of 21. Do not have a specific date yet. It's really going to depend on the opportunities that we're able to kind of explore over the next couple of months. But we will certainly send out a more specific date this summer so that you can pencil it in and be ready to sign up as soon as it goes live. And then it looks like another one is there a good article webinar that explains how to analyze our Facebook posts and info on most efficient ways to use Facebook post dollars for boosting? That is a great question and somewhat complicated. It really, when it comes to Facebook posts and how much you should boost, it really depends on the targeting, your audience, and even the topic itself. I can certainly put something together and provide that to our regional tourism specialists so that they kind of can provide that to anybody that has questions on some more of those inner workings of the strategy and media buying process when it comes to Facebook.
Looks like we have one more question tying back to the Arrivalist program. Since it's sold out, and in the meantime, can you offer suggestions about other ways to get location data about attraction visitors via other sources?
That is also a great question. Let me think through here. A lot of times those are research or media vendors that are out there that will certainly have opportunities to buy into their research and data. Currently, right now, we only partner with Arrivalist. If there is specific, high-level information you are looking for, definitely reach out to your regional tourism specialist, and we can figure out a way to get you some of that data. It's really just comes down to what we can and can't provide, because we do track everything from a state level with some specific attractions and destinations sprinkled in currently. So if you have specific location or destination information you'd like, reach out to your regional tourism specialist, and they'll work with me to figure out if there's any high-level data we can provide you.
Thanks, Emily. Another question came in. Will you revisit the snowmobile report co-op?
Oh, I am not familiar with that co-op program. If you can provide a little bit more information for me in the discussion forum to jog my memory, I will see if I can provide a response. While we're waiting, if you can type that in, a couple other questions we typically get within the marketing co-op space is, will I receive some kind of reporting after my ad runs? And the answer is, of course. Once that ad or campaign is completed, you'll receive the digital metrics relative to that particular tactic. So whether that's, clicks, click-through rate, open rate, any of that type of stuff. Typically, those reports are emailed about a month following that ad or campaign, so we can compile all of that and potentially add some additional insights as well to you, because we want to make sure you all are getting the most out of that buy and are able to see those results.
Great. Looks like we did get a little more information. Thanks so much. So referring to the snow conditions report and an opportunity to buy ads to go with the weekly reports. I'm assuming that's the weekly emails for the snow conditions report.
Okay. Thank you for the additional information. That helps jog my memory. So we did a couple of years ago have an opportunity to be included in our snow conditions report emails and our fall color report emails. And that was really a pilot program for us to kind of see, is that something the consumer was interested? And really what we found with both of those emails is they just want to know the report information. And so kind of in seeing all of the data that came in from that, We saw that that was maybe not a great opportunity for the industry. Like I said, we are constantly reevaluating everything and seeing, what's working and not working. And so from that standpoint, the clicks were going to the report versus the other information in that email itself. And so we are looking at other ways to have some paid opportunities within the snow report and the fall color report, given that they are our two most popular pages on the website. So being able to give some additional exposure there is definitely something we are looking into and potentially will have available with that 2022 co-op program.
Great questions, everyone. Thanks so much. Again, like Emily said earlier, if there are any ideas we don't have a program on today, but you're really interested in learning more about, drop that idea in the chat. We're happy to take that back to the team and see if we can put together something around a new idea as well.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. There is still some availability for this year. So please check that out at industry.travelwisconsin.com. Otherwise, keep your eyes peeled for hopefully a little teaser coming later this summer with that specific date launch for the 2022 program.